Whispers in the moonlight. James had never believed in ghosts. That was, until he moved into the old house on the hill, a place so quiet it made his thoughts feel too loud. The house had been abandoned for decades, but when the price dropped to an absurdly low amount, he couldn't resist. The first night, as he lay in bed, he heard it, a soft, sorrowful whisper drifting through the air. It wasn't wind, it wasn't the house settling, it was a voice. "Help me," it murmured, as though the words were barely formed. He chalked it up to his imagination, the loneliness of the house playing tricks on him. But the whisper came every night, growing clearer, more urgent. Eventually, curiosity overcame him. One evening, as the moonlight poured in through the window, he followed the sound down the narrow hallway. There, in the dim light, stood a figure, a woman in a flowing white dress, her translucent form barely visible except for her eyes. They were the deepest shade of blue he'd ever seen, filled with sadness and longing. "I've been waiting," she whispered, her voice soft, like a distant breeze. James wasn't afraid. There was a warmth to her presence, something familiar, like a memory he couldn't quite place. He returned every night, drawn to her like a moth to a flame. Her name was Evelyn, she explained one night, her voice trembling with the weight of the years. She had lived in the house long ago and died before her time, trapped between this world and the next. Her love, a man she had waited for, never returned, leaving her spirit tethered to the place. James listened, his heart aching for her, and as days passed, he found himself falling for her, her strength, her quiet beauty, the way her laughter felt like music in his ears. Though they couldn't touch, their connection deepened, a love blossoming in the silence between them. And as the moon reached its peak one night, James knew he would never leave her, even if it meant staying in the world of shadows, forever intertwined.